Om Shanti and a very good morning. Today's Murli is dated 17th March 1981, and the title of today's Murli is The Cause, that is kaaran, of your experiencing difficulty on this easy path, and the easy solution to it, that is nivaran. Yes, the cause, that is kaaran, of your experiencing difficulty on this easy path, and the solution to it, that is nivaran. Today, Baba has especially come to meet you double foreign children. You double foreigners are doubly fortunate. Why? Because, firstly, you have come to know Bap Dada and claimed your right to your inheritance. Secondly, you have come now, last, and you have great hope that you will go fast and come first. By coming at the end, that is last, you are fortunate in that you have come at a time when everything is ready made and already prepared for you. The children who came to Baba at the start churned all the knowledge and made the effort to extract the butter, whereas all of you have come when it is time to eat the butter. It has been made very easy for all of you because the children who came at the beginning have already walked along this path and become experienced. All of you have easily reached your destination by taking the help of all of those experienced ones. So, you are doubly fortunate, are you not? All those children who are there in the phase of last, so fast, so first. According to the drama, you have received double fortune. Therefore, what do you now have to do? Just as the experienced Maharati instruments have served all of you with their experience, in the same way, all of you have to make others experienced on the basis of your own experience. Just as the experienced Maharati instruments who have been there since the time of the start of the yajna, they have served all of you with their experience. In the same way, all of you have to make others experienced on the basis of your own experience. Since the time we have come into this learning and the experiences that we have got, we share our experiences as a part of service with others and give them the sense of this world. To relate your experience to others is the easiest service of all. All the points of knowledge are not just points of knowledge, but they are points of experience. It is very easy to relate one's experience of every point. Do you experience this to be that easy, or do you find it difficult? Firstly, it is easy because it is your own experience. Secondly, Bapdada relates the knowledge of the beginning to the end in the form of a story. It is very easy to listen to a story and then relate it. Thirdly, you souls are not hearing for the first time what the Father is telling you. You have heard it many times, and it is now just being repeated for you. Anything that is repeated is very easy to listen to and to relate to others. New things are difficult to remember, but it is very easy to remember and repeat the things that you have heard many times before. Look at your remembrance. It is the remembrance of such a lovely and close relationship. It is not difficult to remember someone with whom you have a close relationship. You would constantly remember that one even against your conscious wish, and look what you have attained from him. You would constantly remember that one even against your conscious wish, and look what you have attained from him. It is also very easy to remember someone on the basis of what you have attained from that one. Knowledge is very easy, and remembrance is also very easy. Going back to remembering the experiences that you have had, we all have had since the time we became part of the spiritual world, of these learnings, and relating them to them constantly from what we are hearing from the elders, from the seniors of the yajna. It makes it easy, also because you're sharing it out of your own experience. And when your experience is magical, you would want to share that experience with excitement with the other souls. Nowadays, for all of you long lost and now found children, the course of knowledge, the Raj Yoga, finishes in 7 days, and the yoga camps are completed in just 3 days. So you have fitted the ocean, that is Sagar, into an earthenware pot, that is Gagar. It would be difficult to lift the ocean, but it isn't difficult to lift an earthenware pot. The ocean has been merged into the earthenware pot, and you have been given the earthenware pot. So all the learnings, the context, the purpose of the yajna has been extracted and now prepared as a course of 7 days, which we all have gone through numerous times, the Rajyoga course, and the extract of all the learnings has been fitted into that course of 7 days. And even more, when the other souls come for yoga camps, to get them have the taste of this world in just 3 days. Knowledge and yoga are merged in the two words, that is you, aap, and father, bap. So knowledge and remembrance are included in these. Therefore, it is easy to imbibe knowledge and yoga in two words, that is aap and bap. You as a divine soul, and bap as a divine father. This is why you have the title of E.G. Easy Raj Yogis. Do you find this to be as easy as your title? Can anything be easier than this? The whole course is nicely illustrated with pictures, with explanations, with examples. So, whichever new soul comes to learn and be part of this world can easily connect with the learnings. In fact, the reason why you find something difficult is because of your own weakness. One or another old sanskar becomes an obstruction whilst you are moving on this easy path and stops you. One or another old sanskar becomes an obstruction whilst you are moving on this easy path and stops you. Then, because you don't have power, you start to try and break that rock. And whilst you're trying to break it, you become disheartened. However, what is the easy way to overcome an obstruction? When you get stopped due to a weakness of going back to one of the old sanskars, you try to break it, and with the inability to break it, you become disheartened. And the easy way to overcome that obstruction is not by trying to break it. You don't have to break that rock, but jump over it. To have waste thoughts such as, why did this happen? This should not happen. For how long is this going to go on? This is very difficult. Why is it like this? All these questions is like trying to break the rock. What Gulzar Dadi used to always say, don't ask unnecessary questions. Why, what, when, where, when, and how. What, why, when, where, who, and how. Sorry. Why, what, when, where, who, and how. She used to say, Bindi lagao. Just put a dot to it. So, not asking all these questions, because asking these kind of questions is like trying to break the rock. Instead of getting entwined into those questions, it's just to surpass, bypass, and overcome the rock of questions. However, when you just remember the one word, that is drama, you become able to take a high jump. The acceptance of a past can be related by just one word, drama, and the acceptance of that one word would allow you to freely create your destiny. It would take days and months to break the rock, whereas it takes just a second on the basis of this one word. Maya would want us to get into the details and be inquisitive about asking those questions and wanting to know the kaaran. But by taking the high jump and moving ahead, actually is nivaran. So the cause is your own weakness in knowledge. The second weakness is that you are unable to be touched by a point of knowledge at the time you need it. There actually would be no suffering if you constitute yourself in a way that all the learnings that you have got, you use it at the time when you need it, when something happens. So the second weakness is that you are unable to be touched by a point of knowledge at the time you need it. Generally, you have all the points in your intellect and in your diary. However, that point of knowledge is not visible in the diary of your intellect at that time, because it is clouded with Maya. To resolve this, revise daily the main points of knowledge. Continue to experience these points and check yourself within. Then, by checking yourself, you can change yourself. Check and change. Visit your intellect, visit your knowledge, go inward, introspect, check and change. Your time won't ever be wasted then, and you will be able to experience many things in a short time. When you're willing to go and bypass the crookedness of the question mark and simply put a dot by acceptance of it as drama, then your time won't ever be wasted and you will be able to experience many things then in a short time. Each of you will constantly experience yourself to be a master almighty authority. Do you understand? Now, stop trying to break the rock of your problem with the hammer of waste thoughts. Stop trying to break the rock of your problems with the hammer of waste thoughts. Now stop being a laborer and become an emperor. You are emperors of the land that is free from sorrow. There will then neither be any mention of a problem, nor will your time be wasted in trying to solve that problem. Moving from Prashnachit to Prasannachit. Your old sanskars will no longer attack you, but will become your servants. You will become Mayajit. And from Mayajit, you will become Jagatjit. Therefore, become an emperor. Remain seated on your throne and keep wearing your crown and tilak. Become an emperor. Remain seated on your throne and keep wearing your crown and tilak. So, now to look at what Baba's telling us in this Murli is that we are the fortunate ones who actually did not have to toil into the challenges from the start. We have already got the learning ready made. We are the fortunate last, so fast, so first who have come, who have done the Raj Yoga in 7 days. We also have the opportunity to introduce other souls into a power packed 3 day learning in a yoga camp. And we are here to cherish and enjoy the learnings readily served on our plate. Also, the way of doing easiest service is to share your miraculous experiences with others, not as a point of knowledge, but as a point of experience, so that it is very easy for everyone to relate to it from their day to day lives. Also, repeatedly as we listen to the experiences and the learnings, and then add our experiences to it, with that continuous repetition, it becomes very easy for us to share and converse on it, which others can easily relate to. Also, Baba said that this benefit of having the sagar and the gagar is fitted in just two words, that is, Aap or Baap, the relation between you as a divine soul and the divine father. Baba also said about overcoming old sanskars, which come as an obstruction, and not to be disheartened by that, by getting into unnecessary waste questions of why, what, when, where, who, and how, not toiling and doing hard work of trying to break the rock, which has come as an obstruction due to our old sanskars. All that you do is jump over it, not getting stuck in the questions, but just putting a dot onto it and moving ahead. And that, with your knowledge, with your intellect, you accept it as drama and use the right knowledge at the right time that is required. Baba also said that writing down all the points in the diary is no good if you cannot use it at the right time. And the way to resolve this is by revising daily the main points of knowledge. And with revision and with practice, that becomes the new habit, the new sanskar, which in fact is your original sanskar. So check, reflect, introspect, and change. Then your time won't ever be wasted. That's how you will constantly experience yourself to be a master, almighty authority. No need to be a laborer, but trying to break the rock, but just overcoming it, jumping over it, and becoming an emperor, an emperor of that land which is free from sorrow. So neither will be there mention of any problem, no kaaran, but there will be a solution to it. And moving ahead means nivaran. Om Shanti. We'll take a break here. In the second part of the Murli, We will continue on Monday. Let's take a couple of moments to reflect on what Baba has shared through this Murli, and then come back ready to churn and share. Okay, you can unmute yourself and be ready to share.
Om Shanti, Umesh
Om
Bhai.
Shanti Vijit Bhai.
So Baba says, the difficulty that we experience on this is the path of Rajyoga is because of the waste thought, which is our own weaknesses, such as we start asking questions about, what and all that. So it's like we are trying to break the rock. So we have to jump over it. And Baba says, just remember this one word, drama. So that's going to help you overcome that. And the second thing Baba said is many children have all these points, right? The knowledge in their intellect and also in their diary, but they are unable to use them at the time of need. And yeah, so Baba says in order to solve that, we need to revise the main points, and then if we experience it, more practice is required. Only then we'll be able to use them at the time of need. So my takeaway would be just to, these 2 points today to practice. Um, just want to see if there are any waste thoughts, which I am trying to break instead of jumping over it. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhai.
Yeah, Om Shanti brother.
Om
On
Shanti.
similar lines, uh, Baba mentioned that you have written most of the points in your diary already, but you have to just revisit them when you are passing through that crooked curve of question mark. That resonates something like you have all the answers within you. Even in society, people say all the answers are lying within you, and that wisdom within you is what is going to solve your own problem, or in this particular context, the questions that you have. Baba is also mentioning the same thing that as you are churning the Murlis, as you're churning through this knowledge, you have written down those points in your book. So why don't you read them by yourself? That's like finding answers from within. So I would like to do this experiment like anytime, anytime in future if I have any question that I'm just troubling. Probably I should revisit the diaries that I have written, and maybe I'll find answers over there. So that's what I would like to take from this topic today. Thank you.
Yes, brother. As you were talking, what you said about what Baba mentioned about the points that we make in the diary. We never make a diary for the sufferings that we, for all the things that we say that we are suffering with. We don't make a diary of that. because that is very well registered in our intellect. So, if you want to get to relate to experiences of the past, then it will just take a moment to revisit to that incident and narrate it in the most colorful way of suffering. But when it comes to the virtues, the values, the knowledge, the learnings, we tend to make a note of it and write it down in the diary. And ironically, we don't even use that at the time which is required. So, actually, we all souls have been gifted with the intuitive power. But because we are clouded with Maya, that is the reason we cannot see the path or the access that we have to get out of it. When you sit to reflect and look within, the answers, what you rightly said, are all with us. We have the knowledge. The only thing at that point of time is to make yourself available, not to be ruled or governed by Maya, by those unnecessary or waste questions. Why? Because past is past. And actually just put a full stop and move ahead by saying that yes, it's drama. What happened? Not making yourself available to suffer, but actually be like an emperor. Thank you, brother.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti,
Om
Divine,
Shanti Om Bhai.
Om Shanti. Today, it's a wonderful Murli, and which gives the basically the point which I would like to share is that the solution is there in Baba's Murli, and any Abhyakt Murli if you pick up, and in case of any problem, we just have to look at the Murli, just keep the Murli accessible, and just go to any particular point. Definitely, there is a solution there, and the collection of Avyakt Murlis should be easily accessible to everyone, whether it is in home or office. That is my takeaway. I'll, it's truth that Murli does give the solution, and not only Avyakt Murlis. If we have like some issue bothering the soul, then definitely the answer comes in the Asakar Murli. We all have experienced this. So the solution definitely is there in case of any difficulty or anything. The solution, the nivaran, Baba says, and nivaran is always there. Only thing is we need to be very clear that uh, we are able to access the Murli that time, either through the diary which we have made notes. It should be nearby, and we should have that thought that I should access the diary and just browse through. That is one takeaway. And second is that once we are in this state of solution oriented, once we are solution oriented, that whatever be the situation, there definitely is a solution. And not only this kalpa, but infinite kalpas we have repeated to be part of the solution. Then all the problems vanish, and the old sanskars of waste thoughts, the using hammer, of waste thoughts to break the rock of problems. All that is a part of old habits which we have been doing for the 63 births. They will vanish once we are in the elevated state of master knowledge. Now, master knowledge will be just not just the points of knowledge, but the points of experience. That yes, I am a victorious soul. I am part of the solution, not part of problem. Om Shanti.
Very nicely covered up everything, all the Murli that you've covered up, Mumbai. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, just adding on to what Bombay said. Yeah, so just here, I think experiencing the knowledge that we get is very important, I guess, because the more we experience or trying to go deeper into the knowledge, and that's when we'll really understand where all this can be used, because this is all practical. We can practically implement in our life, day-to-day life, right? So it's just like we are preparing for an exam, right? Exam is nothing but when we are on the field of action. So when we prepare for it, then we would know what our questions will come, right? So and so, like that, we'll prepare it beforehand and then go for the exam. And then it'll become easy for us. And another way to say is if a player, no, if any sports player like a cricketer, they'll always do their practice before going to the field, right? So they would know how to tackle this bounce ball, this, that, and all that. So that is going to make them perfect. So similarly, the more we experience or try going deeper into the knowledge, that's going to really open so many ways through which we'll be able to solve the problems. Thank you.
Yes, Vijay. Yes, anyone else?
Mumbai has just mentioned a point here where he says net practice. And if I bring this to connect to what discussion is going on from last few minutes, where you'd also mentioned about being intuitive. So one reflection is continuously being in net practice and being in tuition with knowledge and practicing it with the 3 points that who I am is a soul, which is a dot, self, soul conscious space. Baba is a dot and Rama is a dot. Working with these 3 dots and bringing that in practice with whatever is showing up in the entire day. I think the access for me is being in tuition with the Murli every time and bringing those points in practice on daily basis, whether it's Avyakt Murli or Sakar Murli, is what the net practice is all about throughout the day. That's the point for me to take back home.
Nice.
Om Shanti. Uh, Om Shanti. May I reflect one more point?
Yes, please, Mumbai.
That the relationship between master and the servant. Now, soul is a master. When the soul, ideal situation, the perfect situation is the soul is a master, and the karmendriyas are the servants, and including the subtle karmendriya or the sense organ, that is subtle uh, gyanendriya, which is like mind, intellect, and sanskars. They also they are also they should be subservient to the soul. But when there are old sanskars, the 63 births sanskars of body consciousness, where the soul becomes subservient to these servants. So that becomes that kind of this thing. Baba says, don't be laborers who are breaking the rock every day. Not any actually, it's just a waste of the time, valuable time of conference age. So Baba says that be the master, and they all the faculties which are available, mind, intellect, sanskars, and the of course the sense organs, they are your servants. They are serving you, not the other way around. And this is possible only through the deep relationship of the soul, that master soul, with the supreme master, supreme soul. Only then, and that is only possible during this confluence age, if we can practice this, and that becomes the basis of your mastership for the entire kalpa. Till the last birth, 84th birth, also the soul is very powerful. The basis of all that is right now, this current conference age, isn't it? This is what in every Murli Baba says: practice, practice, practice in confluence age, so that you don't have to do the hard labor in the all the births, 21 as well as the entire Kalpa. Om Shanti.
Yeah, we are practicing unconsciously. Uh, we practice suffering, but here,
है ना? So
yeah,
if there is a waste thought, Ramesh Bhaiji, if any waste thought is coming, that means Maya, soul is trapped in Maya. It has
yeah,
got trapped. Now
yeah,
that's a cobweb, or a like what, a spider web of waste
yeah,
thoughts. That means now it's a time to declutch,
yeah,
come out of that,
yeah,
of the clutch of the Maya. The soul is in the clutch of the Maya. If there is a why, how, when, if it is coming, that means soul is in the trap of Maya. That's the time where the Murli has to be accessed, or the diary
yeah.
intellect has to be accessed. What has intellect collected during the Murli session? What was the point which intellect had collected from Baba? You know? Om Shanti.
Baba's given a very easy solution, by that just put a full stop. But
Hmm. Correct.
yeah, but the old sanskars are such that it also makes us say, how how can we just put the dot just like that without,
Correct. Correct. Old sanskars have got their momentum, no? There's a lot
yeah,
of inertia, a lot of momentum,
inertia.
inertia, because of the high speed that thoughts are getting created. It's difficult to put a full stop. Only thing is the smriti. Smriti, that is the consciousness, that awareness. Who am I? As Lucky Ben brought out, who am I?
Yeah,
I am not the one who can ever get subjected to this inertia or the momentum. I am beyond inertia. This body consciousness is subjected to inertia, but I am beyond this body elements, five elements. I am Achal Adol. I am unshakable. I am immovable. I am uninertia, whatever word that could be. So I am beyond all this. That's the memory which I get. If I can regain at that moment, then I can put a dot immediately. है ना? That's practically we all have experienced. Om Shanti.
and here the example that you gave about the web, caught into the web of questions. In that case, we are only playing the role of a spider because we are only spinning the web.
मतलब my own
Out,
mind, my own intellect plays that role. Soul doesn't
yeah,
play. Soul is
soul doesn't play.
Satyam Sudam Sundaram.
Yeah,
Soul is very pure actually. But because of this avaran, outside dress of mind, intellect,
yeah,
and such, it becomes, it creates cobweb, as you said. I mean,
The
say,
body consciousness.
yeah. Baba says the Maya mind, Maya intellect, and
Yes.
Maya sanskars. They are
Yeah.
all 63 births. Any property from inherited from the 63 births is what is Maya.
Yeah. And the web is sticky in nature. The
Very
same
sticky.
way. Yeah, the same way. All these questions are also very sticky in nature. It keeps us stuck.
And
But
sometimes soul
yes,
gets confused. Foggy, Baba said, no, foggy, fog.
yeah,
Soul is not able to, uh, discriminate or parakne ki shakti, distinguish between what is real and what is unreal.
right.
Banu,
Om
Yes,
Shanti.
when trying to speak, please.
Yeah, sorry. Om Shanti. Yeah, interestingly, even Baba said in yesterday's Murli that I think it was in the slogan, consider to be a guest and you become an embodiment of success by saying get out to the old sanskars and the thoughts. So maybe that's another way to finish the old sanskars.
yes, Manavan.
Yeah.
And the moment the soul considers itself to be a guest, then that relationship with the old world, the relationship with the body vanishes, and the real relationship with Baba emerges.
Yes, let's take, as we're coming towards the end of today's Murli and its journey, let's take a couple of minutes to practice and let's all stabilize ourselves, straighten ourselves, straighten the back, close your eyes, take a deep breath, have a gentle, calm expression on your face with a light, gentle, divine smile. Your eyebrows, your eyelids are relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed, and you are reflecting and looking within, asking yourself, in this moment, in which aspect of my life am I stuck in the web of questions? Where am I experiencing an obstruction? Where I myself is an obstruction? What have I not accepted from the past that's happened? Reflect and see the 6 questions that may be troubling you. Why? Why did this happen to me? What? When? When did this happen? Who? Who was responsible for this? Who did this? Where and how? how could this happen to me? Or how could they do this to me? Look, where are you yet stuck? Out of non-acceptance, out of an innate need of body consciousness, out of attachment. You are stuck in the web of those questions. Now, look at it from the perspective of acceptance that past is past, and whatever happened is drama. Past is past, no matter what it is. I cannot do anything about it, but to accept, put a full stop on it, and move ahead. Am I yet going to be tied down in the web of the past, or am I ready to jump and overcome and move ahead freely and create my destiny? As you stand in acceptance and the willingness to move ahead, open the palms of your hand and just experience the power of letting go, releasing, and freeing yourself from the shackles that were created by you out of your body consciousness. Let go. Set yourself free. And joyously swing your arms up in the air with happiness, standing in gratitude of being the chosen one by the Divine Father. And give yourself a nice hug and tell yourself, I embrace divinity. I am free. And so are all the people who I have held on because of the past. I am free. I am happy. I am joyful. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. Om Shanti. With this note, have a great start to a great day, and we all connect again tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock. Om Shanti.